Hello friends, and welcome to my first knitting podcast. My name is Sabrina and I am an American expat living here in Budapest, Hungary, and I have this new little hobby called knitting. And I kind of just wanted to make one of these videos because I love watching these videos, and I thought, you know what, I want to be a part of it too. So here I am, and I'm ready to show you all of my knitting projects. And in the future I also want to show you more of my creative projects because I also make ceramics and I do macrame, so I kind of am a little bit of an overall creative person, if I can say so myself. But for now, in this video, I wanted to stick to knitting, and let's just get into it. So if I understand correctly, the first thing we should start with in these kind of videos are our finished objects, or FOs, and I will say it took me a really long time to figure out what FO meant. Maybe because I don't have that many finished objects, so I didn't really know what you guys are talking about, but now I understand. So if anyone doesn't know, FO is finished object. And I'm wearing my first one here actually. Not my first ever finished object, but my most recent one. And yeah, this is it. This is the pattern is from my Favorite Things Knitwear, and I think it's vest number 2. I feel like I should check that for you guys. Let me just, 1 second. You know, I have everything written down. I cannot remember everything. This is vest number 2. I was right. And I think this was the springtime edition, what I purchased. But actually, I didn't have the yarn, what she used in the pattern. I just used what I had because originally I had bought this yarn to make the caramel sweater by Petite Knit, and yeah, I'm a little bit of a noob and I ordered the wrong amount of string. So I ordered this is the Drops Merino Extra Fine, and this is the color light brown. Does this look light brown to you? No, I don't think so. This is, for me, it's very gray. Anyway, so where was I in that story? So I ordered the wrong amount of yarn. I ordered 5 balls of this, and I ordered 5 balls of kid silk because I was thinking you need 1 of each, and I was very, very wrong. Anyways, I think to make the original sweater and the pattern, I needed like maybe 12 balls of the Merino Extra Fine, and I had 5, so yeah, there was no way that was gonna happen, I figured out. And in the end I was like, okay, well, I want to use this yarn because I know if I don't use it now, I will never use it and it will sit there forever, especially since I don't really like the color that much. So I kind of looked around and tried to figure out, I did a gauge swatch, and I took the gauge and I looked for a pattern which would fit it, and I found this pattern from my Favorite Things Knitwear. And I'm not really a vest person, but you know, I thought I will just do it. I will just make something, that way I have something to show from the yarn that I bought and it wouldn't be wasted. So this is the vest, and I will insert a clip of me wearing the vest and modeling it for you guys because you can't really see it like this. But yeah, overall I was really happy with the pattern. I did a few new things, like I picked up a v-neck line, which was the first time I did that. Maybe I made it a little bit big. I made a large. I'm not really a large, but you know, I cannot really tell you why I made that size because I don't know. I was just a little bit lost with this yarn. I will just tell you that a lot of things went wrong with this yarn, and it is what it is. I have this finished object and I'm just not going to be sad about it because it's fine. If it's a little bit big, I kind of like that it's like a little bit of a boxy fit. Yeah. And like I said, this was the Merino Extra Fine in the color 07 light brown, which is actually a gray. And I used this Drops Kid Silk, and it's the color 20, which I think was light beige. Also, it really is on the cool side, I would say. I wouldn't really call this beige, I would say light gray also, but they call it beige, so I would just maybe watch out a little bit because this color is not what I expected it to be. And I want to talk about the material. For me, it's a little bit itchy, actually, which I'm a little bit upset about. And I would also say that the material, it's a little bit like, I don't know how to describe it because, you know, I don't know all these knitting terms, and terminology, but I would say it's a little bit like the fabric is not really like flowy. It's kind of more like a stiff fabric. I haven't blocked this yet, but even the swatch that I did block, it was kind of the same, so I'm thinking that it's just the two combined, they kind of just are a little bit more stiff. So for overall for me, I probably wouldn't use this combination again, but I have this to show for it, so I'm okay with it. And let me get my next finished object. Well, it's finished, it just doesn't have buttons yet. It's this one, and this is the Aosta cardigan by the Knit Purl girl, I believe, on Instagram. And yeah, overall I like it. I will say I used the We Are Knitters Petite wool, and I had a little bit higher expectations, I think, of the Petite wool, just because so many people hype up the We Are Knitters, but for me, the Petite wool, it's quite a bit itchy. I don't know. I never heard anyone else complain about it. I don't know if I have sensitive skin or what, but for me, it's like quite itchy, so I will have to wear something underneath, and I'm a little bit afraid because I get quite hot really easily, so if I wear something like this, really thin long sleeve under it, I think I will be really hot in it, but let's see. And yeah, I love the pattern. I'm not gonna butcher the name. It's like the Louisiana stitch. Basically it's you knit for like 2 rows, and then you knit 1 purl one, and then you knit for another row, and that's the stitch. So it's really easy. It's nothing like too complex. For me, the sleeves in this pattern, they were like, I don't know, they were huge. They were like really baggy on me, and I didn't even block it yet, and they were like, I don't even think I could fit my like arm into a coat, you know, because it was like so much excess fabric, and I know that the fit is supposed to be a little bit oversized, but for me it was like the arm was just way too big. So I did do some decreases, which was fun because I had to frog it back like 4 or 5 times maybe, but finally I made some decreases, which I liked. So that's what it looks like. I think first I like made all the decreases at once, and I realized that okay, that doesn't look right, so I tried to kind of spread them out, but I still think probably I could have spread them out a little bit more. And I didn't really think about how will the cuff fit after, because I made like a certain amount of decreases and I was like, okay, I like that. But then once I got to the part at the end to make the decreases here, well, yeah, what was left was not a lot, so it's a little bit tight on the cuff, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. And also I made the arm longer than it should have been because I have quite long arms, but I didn't realize after blocking it will stretch out that much, so I had to rip it back after I blocked it as well because it was way too long. So I had a lot of fun with this sweater, but honestly I love the finished project, and now I'm just looking for a pair of buttons to match it. I think I have a pair, but I'm not sure. Honestly, I need to buy a sewing kit because I don't even have thread and a needle to sew on buttons. So that's where I'm at with that. So this is not really a recent finished object, but I thought I would include it because I'm a new knitter and I don't really have a lot to show, so I wanted to just like give her a little bit of camera time, you know, so she doesn't get left out. I finished this one like last month. No, maybe it was two months ago, I don't know, but this is my first sweater that I'm like actually happy about, and look at her, she is gorgeous. The yarn is from DHG yarns, and this is in the color Fairytale, and the neckline and the cuffs and all the ribbing, I did it in the color Raspberry, and this is the Piuma yarn, and I have to say that it is so soft. Like, it's incredibly soft, but I think because it's so soft it kind of gets like this, I don't think you can really tell on camera, so I'm gonna have to put a close-up, but it's just like very fuzzy. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. I mean, I guess so, but that's the only thing, that it's like quite a bit fuzzy. I don't know, but it's so soft, so I don't really care. And this pattern is a Louisiana sweater from Petite Knit, and yeah, I didn't use the string what she recommended. I I found this string instead. She held 2 strands together, and this is just 1 strand because it's a thicker yarn. And honestly, I'm in love with the colorway. The only thing that I don't really like is that you see that there's like this here, and I'm not really happy. And also, of course, there is one on the back, so there is no good side. Yeah, there may be even 2. Didn't really like that. So I think if I did this in the future, I would make sure to check if there are any like lines like that, because for me, I don't know, I just didn't really like how that looked. But overall, yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out, and it's just so soft and cute. I don't really hear people talking a lot about this DHG yarns, but it's so soft and I really love it. Maybe people like a harder yarn because it lasts longer. I'm not really sure. I guess we'll see like how it wears. And I have only now 1 work in progress, so we're gonna move on to that. Let me reach for it. Ooh. The chair is moving as well. So my work in progress is this sweater. How fun is it? Right in time for Christmas. And this is a seamless mock neck sweater by Well Loved Knits, and she's one of the first people that I started watching when I started knitting. So when I saw this pattern that she just released in the beginning of December, I knew I had to make it, because like, look at those raglan increases. Like, can we just talk about that, because they are beautiful, beautiful. And honestly, lately I've been more attracted to like not super chunky knits, because obviously when you're a beginner, I think it's a lot easier to start with super chunky knits. And I don't know, I feel like they are like a bit too boxy, and I don't know, I'm just like a little bit self-conscious about putting on something that's super boxy that will make me look bigger than I am. But this sweater is like right on the borderline because it's using 8mm needles. This past one that I showed you also used 8mm needles. So yeah, I think 8mm is like kind of where I draw the line. It's just the right amount of chunky without being like too much. And this is quite a boxy sweater, but I don't know, the fit just seemed really flattering still, so I decided to go for it. And I'm using Drops Andes in the color Christmas Red, which is discontinued now, but my local yarn shop still had it, so I managed to pick some up. And I thought, Christmas Red, it's December, it's Christmas, I'm gonna make a red sweater which I can wear on Christmas. So yeah, I finished the body now, and I'm gonna work on the arms, the sleeves, and I think that's gonna go okay. Actually, I need to bind off still, but yeah, the body is finished, which I'm happy about. So what else do we have to talk about? Well, I have some acquisitions here. Whew, I'm getting out of breath. I'm talking super fast, so this will be maybe not a super long video. But acquisitions. So I ordered from 2 shops in Hungary. This is from Nordfona, and she is selling drops, and she's also selling the DHG yarns, which is how I kind of found out about them, because I saw them in her shop and I decided to try them out because I fell in love with that pink Fairytale color. So what I've got here, I ordered the Andes from her. Yeah, I already used a bunch, so that's what I have left to finish my sweater. And I also ordered some Drops Melody, which is quite an interesting yarn, I will have to say. I went for it because it's 30% off right now, all of the alpaca mix stuff. So I thought I would give it a go, and it's really soft. And I found on the Drops website a pattern what I wanted to create, so I ordered all of these colors to make it. And that's the Moroccan Market Muse sweater, which I'm gonna make with all of those, but I have no idea when. And I kind of swatched up a little bit, but you're supposed to use 9mm, I think, or 8mm for that pattern. It was quite like loose, and I didn't like how loose it looks, so I think I might adapt it for like a smaller size needle. This one recommends 7mm on the label. I'm gonna play around with it a little bit, because that's not really what I had in mind when I thought about that sweater, so I might just try to use a smaller needle. And the next package, also coming from Hungary, it's from Baba Erka, I don't know, I'm not Hungarian, I cannot pronounce these names. These are both online web shops though. I found that the local shop, which has an in-person shop, I didn't really find any string what I fell in love with there. I don't know, it's also hard being a beginner. You want to like use the same string as in the pattern. I found that's like so much easier, so I've been trying to do that. So I had to order a lot online, which is also difficult. And so this one is from the Baba Erka. Yeah. And I ordered 4 balls of the Merino Extra Fine in chocolate, I think, color 49. And I ordered 4 balls in this off-white, which is color 01. Ooh, let me hold them up together. Yeah, they are nice. I'm not gonna hold them together with mohair, so maybe it will be a little bit nicer. And let me tell you the pattern, what I want to work on with those, because I have it here. Let me check it for you. I need to find what is her name. Her name is hold on, Jamie_creates on Instagram, and I want to make her Patch Me If You Can little vest. And I know I said I'm not a vest person, but yeah, I'm gonna make it. I don't know, maybe I am a vest person, even though I said I wasn't, because I will have 2 knitted vests, so I kind of have to be, right? So that's all I ordered from there. And actually I ordered 1 ball of yarn to finish this sweater, because I said I only had 5. I ended up using 6, so I needed to order an extra, and luckily it was the same color lot. And my battery is gonna die, so I'm gonna have to change that right now. I replaced the battery. Sorry about that. I didn't really think I was gonna film this, but you know what, I just like kind of decided to go for it. So the next package I have came from Italy, and it came directly from the DHG brand of the yarns that I loved. So they had a Black Friday sale, and I decided I'm gonna order some stuff. So let me show you what I got. I got 2 of these huge, these are like 500 gram rolls or skeins, and this is in the color Ivy, maybe? I don't have the paper, so I have no idea, but I want to use these to make a sweater for my boyfriend, and I wanted to make it for Christmas, but I don't know, Christmas is in 10 days, so you think I can do it? Not really sure. Maybe not. That's okay. And then I also bought just a black one, because I want to make like a fun sweater, which is like black and it has fun sleeves. And to make the fun sleeves, ooh, what do we have here? You guys are gonna be excited. I have this yarn, ooh, and this is their unicorn yarn, and again this is the Piuma, yes, and it's like a splash of rainbow, which is really fun. I mean, this looks amazing, and it's super soft like all of the other ones, and they have a ton of these like color variations and stuff. So if you guys are looking for fun yarns, maybe you should check them out, because I mean, other than them being like quite soft and fuzzy, I think they're really great, and they are like way cheaper than We Are Knitters and Wool and the Gang and that kind of stuff. So I don't know, it's like a pretty good deal. Maybe it's worth to check it out. So anyway, I want to make a sweater with the body being black and the sleeve being this rainbow, but now I'm thinking I'm not so sure about my color choice, because this would go quite well with the white yarn, because now that I received it, I can see that there's quite a lot of white in it too. So I'm thinking that maybe I should choose a different color to go with the black, because I still want to make like a black one with fun arms, and maybe I should get a white to use for the body of this and do the same idea with the fun yarn on the sleeves, but just with the white body. So yeah, maybe I will swatch it up and kind of see how it looks with the black, but that's later me, because you know, like I said, I need to work on that sweater for my boyfriend, which probably won't be ready in time, but you know, we accept that, so it's fine. And yeah, that's everything what I bought this month. Actually, it's not, because I'm still waiting on a package from Hobby, because I ordered in their Black Friday sale some mohair, but it didn't come yet, and it was shipped like 2 weeks ago, maybe more. It was like almost 15 business days, so I'm getting a little bit worried about that package because the tracking shows it didn't move or anything, and they're not really like supportive. I think they are like busy, which I can understand, but yeah. So I'm just kind of patiently waiting for that, and once that comes, maybe I'll put it in my next video if I decide to continue doing these videos. But if you like this video, let me know. If you make these kind of videos also, like, leave a comment below, and I would love to watch yours as well. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. That's it. It wasn't anything too crazy. Maybe I should talk about more stuff, but I think for now, like, for my first video, it could be enough. So I feel like I've been rambling on forever, and it's been like 20 minutes, so I feel like you guys have heard enough of me, so I'm just gonna stop. Goodbye, thank you for watching. Maybe you should subscribe, maybe you shouldn't, I don't know, it's your choice. So bye. I don't know where the remote control went to turn it off. It's here. Bye.